So, good evening, good evening. Hopefully you're all having a wonderful evening. As you can see, smiley, happy Mikel Arteta once again joined me for another press conference. Always nice that the Arsenal manager gives up a little bit of his time to come and join me on this channel. Always supporting and all that, do you know what I'm saying? But all jokes aside, he has done a press conference today and we are going to get into it in a minute. Before I get into that, this will be my last stream of the day as well, by the way. I know I was supposed to be doing a member stream at 7 o'clock. I'm also supposed to be doing a stream at 9 o'clock. I won't be doing either of them. There's a management meeting for the block of apartments that I live in. So I want to go to that meeting because I haven't actually been to one yet since I've been here. I've got quite a few questions I want to ask them, especially with the whole COVID and stuff like that. So apologies. You won't be seeing my mug on your screens again tonight. So the member stream will be tomorrow at 7 o'clock. And obviously I won't be doing a stream at 9 o'clock tonight. So I just wanted to let you guys know that before you're all wondering where I am tonight. But like I said, Mikel Arteta has done a press conference. Let me go live on HOTMIC. I always forget to do this. We're now streaming on HOTMIC. And we'll get into that in a second. But if you haven't checked out the videos that I dropped earlier on today as well, do go and check them out. If you haven't downloaded HOTMIC, make sure you go and do so as well. The link for that is in the description. This weekend, we've got Watford, obviously, so Arteta's done the press conference for that. When I do the watch along with Chig at the weekend, we're going to do something slightly differently. I'm not going to say what that is for now, but we're going to do something slightly differently. But yeah, there we go. Anyway, listen, let me get into this press conference. I can't see any of your comments while I'm reading this. So if there is any clowns in the chat, just boot them out. Moderators, stand up. But there we go. Do we have any chance to earn? Do players have a chance to earn their FA Cup final place with a good performance against Watford? Mikel said, absolutely. We will try and do that in training every day, but I want to see the players that are in the best condition and the best mindset to affect the game in the final day against Chelsea. Obviously, we watched Chelsea last night on this channel against Liverpool. What a game that was, by the way. Chelsea is not going to be easy. Do you balance your selection decisions over building momentum and resting players? He said, I'm going to assess the squad, how they're feeling, how they've recovered, and ideally I want us to play as strong a team as possible, as well as have the respect that there are a few teams in the relegation battle and we are responsible for that. That's fair as well, because listen, them and Aston Villa, it's out of them to drop in it, really. So he does have to have some kind of obligation. What is this doing? Is this going to play that video? I should get an ad blocker on here, really, shouldn't I? I do this every time. See that now it's playing the fucking video. What's going on here? I swear, this website, every time I go on it, man. Anyway, let's go on to the next question if we can get past all of these ads. Somebody recommend me a decent ad blocker or something. Just like, I'll come back to it in the chat in a minute, because every time I go on this website, ping, 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 does my brain in. What is your response to Unai Emery being appointed at Villarreal? Congratulations to Unai Emery. He has taken over the 5th best team in Spain, and they're in Europa League. So we shall see what he does next season. If we can get to Europa League, wouldn't it just be ironic to get Unai Emery's Villarreal in the group stage or something? First of all, congratulations for the new job. He's going back to Spain. He's a manager that has a lot of experience there and has been very successful. I wish him all the best from our side. There are a lot of people who like him a lot and have a huge respect for him. Thanks from my side for what he did here with the players and trying to improve the team and the squad. We wish him all the best from our side and hopefully things will go well for him. Are you convinced the players will give 100% on Sunday? He said that's why we will prepare for the game. That's for sure. We need to know that the responsibility we have towards the other clubs, as well as the responsibility we have just wearing the shirt in any game, it has to be to win the football game and prepare. Mentally, if you're not ready or level of implication is not 100%, then you have a problem. We do have a problem as well, because as you can see there, Skodran Mustafi is set to miss the final as well. But we'll come to that in a sec. What have you made of what happened at Watford this season and the last few days, the sacking of Nigel Pearson? I'm baffled, by the way, that they sacked Nigel Pearson. When he took over, they were bottom of the league. He's got them out of the bottom 3 and got sacked. Like, that makes no sense to me. But anyway, he goes, I don't know the decision or the argument behind that, but when the club makes a decision, it's to try and get the best out of those players. I don't know what happened, and I can't comment on it. Is it very strange to see Arsenal in 10th? How long do you think it will take for that to change? He said, I don't think the league table lies at the end of 10 months with 38 games to go. How long? Hopefully next season will be very different. We have a beautiful challenge, a very demanding challenge, but a beautiful one ahead of us. We have to put this right. We have to bring the club back to where it belongs, which is at the top team, one of the top teams in the country. In order to do that, we have to make a lot of good decisions. Did you expect Arsenal to have a say in the relegation battle? That's a dumb question. We'll move on from that. Let's keep going. How do you feel about individual awards for players such as Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang chasing the Golden Boot? Let's be real. I think his blank that he fired against Aston Villa probably means he ain't going to win it now. But it was a good effort, wasn't it? Obviously, it's nice for players to do that. It's an individual prize, but at the end, the reward is collective because everybody contributed to them. If we can help Abba with that, we're more than happy to do so, but it's collective sides always in front of that. Do you trust he can get a hat-trick in this match? I don't know. First of all, he needs to start the game, and then we'll see what happens. Not only that, it's not just down to Aubameyang. If Vardy scores, he then needs 4, doesn't he? Do you have any injury updates? He says no, but Skodran Mustafi does look like he's going to be out for quite a while. Will there be revenge in the air for the comments Troy Deeney made a few seasons ago? Well, not from the players and the manager, they probably won't, but from Arsenal Twitter. Everyone will be loving life if we relegate them. I think revenge, or where you're annoyed and when you want to put things right, is probably because of what you feel has been said is right. If you don't think it's right, it doesn't justify the way you approach the game or the way you fight. It doesn't even affect you. I think it's a very personal thing. There you go. He shouldn't have said what he said. He goes, I don't know. Every player is free to say what they want. I can't comment on every opinion. Why have Arsenal underachieved? How long have you got? Because I'll explain that one. Because we haven't been consistent. Well said, mate. Well said. Obviously, there's been a lot of issues in the background. A lot of things have happened. But at the end of the day, we weren't good enough to be with the top teams. That's not a lie. It shows the big room for improvement, and the gaps that's still there has to be minimised really, really quickly in order to be in a good position to challenge those teams. Obviously, you can see the new shirt there with William Saliba's number on the back. Does it hurt having to say that? He says it hurts me so much because when it's a beautiful challenge from my side to bring the club into those positions again, I don't know how difficult it's going to be because you can see the other teams, what they are doing, what they've been doing in the last few seasons, and the road that we have to take in order to be in a quick transition. I'm very positive that we will be able to do it. Arguably, your most important game is the FA Cup. It would be only human nature for the players to think that. He said the best way to prepare for the final is 100% focused on the next game. Get the confidence back, get in a good momentum physically and be ready. When you're not, bad things will happen. We'd better be prepared. Yes, Mikel, tell him again. Are Mesut Ozil and Matteo Guendouzi available? It's true that Musti is injured, obviously Mustafi. We need to assess a little bit how long he's going to be out for. The other two are available. He's available. He's available. Will he start? Will he get a game? Probably not. Do you hope Mustafi will be fit for the cup final? Said, I doubt it. We'll have to see how he evolves the next few days, but I doubt it. What was your response to Pep Guardiola's comments? Why would they even ask him that? He's never going to say anything on that, which is what he said. I ain't answering that. And this website's gone on a mad one again. Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear. Do you feel a duty to the Premier League? Oh, my God, seriously, this is driving me nuts. Do you feel a duty to the Premier League to play a strong side against Watford this weekend? It's our responsibility. A strong side doesn't mean that the players that have played less will not participate. For me, it's more about how we approach the game and how you get into the game to win the game. Not about, it's no 50-50s, no lack of intensity or anything like that. We can't do that. Winning can take you up to 8th. Is that plus the FA Cup final good enough for Arsenal? He said no. I like this answer. I really do. No, for me, the club deserves the best. and you have to be fighting for every title. Obviously, after everything that's happened, if we are able to win the FA Cup and qualify for Europe, then we can say it's okay. But it is not the level for this football club. Thank you very much. At least he's on the same page. And that's the end of that. We can come off of that website that's been driving me nuts. He is on the same page, people. So Mustafi's out injured, probably won't make it for the cup final. Ozil's fit, well, in training. Is he fit to play the game? Probably not. Is Guendouzi likely to play? Probably not. Are they both likely to be here next season? Probably not. Fenerbahce are looking at Ozil. £3 million they're looking to get him for. And then as a loan fee, paying 57 grand of his wages, I think it was that I see. And then Guendouzi is being linked with Barcelona, with Coutinho possibly coming the other way. So we've still got to wait for Aubameyang to see what he's doing. Obviously, he's going to wait till the end of the season. And that's only a couple of games down the road. So listen, this Watford game on paper is probably meaningless in terms of where we finish in the league table. What's the difference between 8th and 10th? Not a great deal. It's still a shit season. If we can win the FA Cup, fantastic. Then, yeah, like he says, it's an okay season. We've won a trophy, and we've obviously qualified for Europe off of the back of it. But the reason I like that particular answer so much is because when I sit here and I get people like going, you're negative, you're this, you're that. No. I'm actually the most positive Arsenal fan I've seen, because I actually want us to win a league, and I want it now. Yeah, I want this now. I've waited 16 years to see this club win a title. Yeah, I've seen us win 5. I want to see us win another 5. And I've got an idea in my head of how I think we can get to that title. It ain't playing Bellerin, Xhaka, David Luiz and all that lot. And I don't think the squad as a whole should be sat in 10th. Yeah, they've fully let Emery down. They fully let Freddie down. And they're starting to let Arteta down in certain games as well. Let's be real here. But at the same time, the manager also has to take a part of the blame. Unai Emery, Freddie, okay, we'll give Freddie a pass because he only had 6 games and he was filling in until we got a manager. So you can't really go in too deep on Freddie. But Emery this season and Arteta this season have both made so many mistakes. But at the same time, them players take the piss. Every single one of them that has been here under Arsene Wenger needs to leave. I've said that so many times. Maybe not Aubameyang, because he came in the last, 3 or 4 months before Wenger announced he was going. Every single other one of them players that was here signed from outside, not come up through the academy, but signed from outside in, that was here under Arsene Wenger, go. Because until we get rid of all of them, we ain't ever going to get a title. Yeah, we're not even going to challenge for a title. And I'll tell you what, a lot of people are going to be in for a shock next season, because I do think that David Luiz is obviously going to be starting games. I do think Mustafi will potentially still be here. Bellerin potentially will still be here. Remains to be seen what happens with Mr. Missing. He'll probably blag his back injury all season so he can stay here. Do you know what I mean? And then obviously we've got Lacazette. We could get money for him. Guendouzi, we can get money for him. Torreira, can get money for him. There's a lot of changes that are needed at this football club. And for me, it has to be all about the outs. Playing Watford at home, we should win. But I've said that umpteen times about playing Crystal Palace at home. Yeah, playing Watford away, we were 2-0 up, and then Granit Xhaka said we were scared. What were we scared of? We're 2-0 up. I don't get it. And the biggest game is obviously the cup final. This is the audition for the cup final. This is the one where the players need to step up now, the fringe players. I said this again the other night when we played Aston Villa. If you're a fringe player and you're a Joe Willock, a Torreira, a Kolasinac, a Cedric, obviously Cedric can't play in the cup final, but all of these little fringe players, Eddie and Nketiah, another one, they need to step up. Yeah, and they fully didn't do that the other day. We played Aston Villa and they've got the 2nd worst defence in the league. We had no shots on target. We're now playing another team that are right down near the bottom, and it's going to go one or two ways. We're either going to go out with a bang and batter them, yeah, or it's going to be a hard afternoon. Yeah, and we might just win, or we might just lose, or it might be a draw. But we're so inconsistent. It's unbelievable. And the reason we're so inconsistent is a couple of reasons. The players ain't good enough. Not all of them, but some of them are genuinely nowhere near Premier League level, let alone Arsenal level or my Arsenal level. And then mistakes from the manager. And he's got to learn. Yes, he's learning on the job. But when you're bringing on Joe Willock at right wing back, when you've got Maitland-Niles on the bench and you've got Bellerin on the bench that are right backs, that made no sense to me the other night. But Eddie Nketiah, that experiment's failing every time. I don't want to see him play again. Like, no disrespect to the boy, but you're just not good enough for the club, mate. Yeah, he's done nothing wrong. He gives it his all, but he just genuinely isn't good enough. So I think Arteta this weekend has to pick a team as close to the cup final team, in my opinion, because if he doesn't and he gives them all the week off, we're asking for trouble. I remember when we played Chelsea in the last cup final. Yeah, Chelsea had already won the league. They'd won it 2 weeks before the end of the season. They all had 2 weeks off. They came to that cup final looking like they'd been on the lash for 2 weeks. So we can't afford to have 2 weeks off. We have to go with our best team, or the closest to our best team, or the closest to the team that is going to start that cup final. Because if we don't, and we start throwing in Willocks and Eddies and stuff like that, and Kalasanaks, yeah, we might win the game, but what's that achieving? Like, genuinely, what is that achieving? Yes, if you do throw the odd fringe player in, make it around the majority of the team that are going to start that cup final. So throw your Aubameyang in there. Yeah, put Pepe in there. I want to see Saka in there. We haven't seen Saka, Abba and Pepe in any game at all, apart from under Freddie Ljungberg this season. Yeah, I think that's the only time we've seen all three of them start up front as a front three. And that was under Freddie Ljungberg at West Ham, and all three of them scored. Not rocket science, is it? Do you know what I mean? But anyway, who else is tired of Pepe always going on his left foot when he goes around the box? Need to get better on his right foot. Way too predictable. Big up, Chadwick. How you doing, buddy? Thank you for that. The thing is, if your left foot is relentless, like Arjen Robbins used to be back in the day, or to a lesser degree Mohamed Salah, because I think he's been pretty poor the last few months. If your left foot is that decent, it doesn't really matter. But it is very predictable at times, isn't it, with Pepe? I think he is very technically good on his right foot, but shooting-wise, he rarely shoots with it, does he? So it is kind of predictable, but we shall see. Let's see what he does next season, because I think he's quality. Look at my guy. How's Tricks, baby? How's Tricks? Hope you're well, man. And like I said, for anyone who has joined late, this will be my last stream of the day. Unfortunately, I won't be doing the members stream. That'll be tomorrow now. And I won't be doing the 9 p.m. stream because I'm going to a community meeting for the block that I live in, the apartment block that I live in. And the reason I want to go to that is I haven't been to one since I've been here. And I was alerted to the fact that there's one tonight. So I want to go to that. I want to put a few questions to him. I want to ask him a couple of things. Just find out a few things as well. Obviously, what with the whole COVID and stuff like that. The only information I'm getting, because I don't know Spanish and I ain't got a TV because I don't watch TV, I'm only getting filled in with bits of information like you have to wear a mask in public or it's €100 fine. So if I hadn't known that and I'm walking around with no mask, I'd be £100 out of pocket. So yeah, these little things I need to know. So apologies, but I do need to go to that tonight. Big up everybody watching on HOTMIC. I see you all. There's loads of you on there at the moment. Big up yourselves. If you haven't downloaded it, link down there. Use my code, which is also there. Chelsea's defence is shocking. We need to take advantage, says Chris. I want Arteta to succeed, but he's got to cut out the mistakes. To Jaden, I had the same, mate. Listen, if he goes on to be a great Arsenal manager, I will eat my words. Very much like I did with Bukayo Saka at the start of the season when I said that I don't think he's good enough to play football matches this season. Yeah, for us, he needs to go on loan. After seeing him for about 10 games, I was like, oi, you're actually better than I thought you were going to do. And I held my hands up. Same with Jack Grealish. I know he's not our player, but all season I've gone, nah, bit overhyped for me, bit overhyped. The more I've watched him, the more I've realised, you know what? You are pretty much a one-man team, aren't you? You are Jack Grealish FC. And he could single-handedly have kept them up this season. So, yeah, I believe the hype around him now. I believe the hype around Saka. When I decide to believe the hype around Arteta, I will fully let you all know. Until then, I'm going to keep questioning it when I think he's getting it wrong. Yeah, and there's certain things that I like that he's done. I've said that, and people don't want to listen to that because that don't get him any retweets. But he has done some good things. Yeah, but he's also done a lot of bad things. You know, Eddie Nketiah is not a right winger. He's a shit championship striker. that ain't good enough for Arsenal. That's the reality of it. If people don't like me saying that, tough. Yeah, I'm not going to dress it up. And that's why I like that last comment from Arteta about winning the FA Cup and finishing 8th in the league is not good enough for this football club. Yeah, that's exactly my mindset on it. People want to sit there and go, oh, you watch. If we win, the fucking wank fest for Mikel Arteta is going to be ridiculous. Yeah, yes, I'll be over the moon. Yes, it's amazing. Yes, we've won a cup and I'm buzzing. I want trophies. That's what the game is all about. It's about winning. It's about collecting trophies. Unless you're Tottenham. I'm joking because I know there's a few Tottenham fans in the chat. But it's all about trophies. It's all about winning, right? And it'd be great if we do that. At the end of the day, being 8th, 9th or 10th in the Premier League is an absolute disgrace, especially when we've got the most expensive front three in the league. Liverpool's team last night, their starting 11, cost 160 million quid more than our front three. That's a goalkeeper, a whole back four, and 3 in midfield. Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? Our front three was 182 million. Their whole squad was about 100. Their whole 11 last night was about 300 odd million quid. Excuse me. So I just look at it and I think, do you know what? It doesn't take a lot of money to sort this out. It doesn't take a lot of money to find the right players to elevate us up the table. Yeah, but you have to be ruthless with it. Yeah, you know, it's all well and good kicking Ozil out the squad. Great. It's all well and good kicking Guendouzi out. Great. Yeah, Maitland-Niles, there's no good reason why that guy don't get more games. No good reason. You know, benching Martinelli for 6 weeks after he won our Player of the Month was just ridiculous. What's that all about? You know, and little things like that. Like I've said on many streams, right? I've been more excited watching Martinelli, Saka, and Maitland-Niles this season than I have the rest of them. Yeah, because at least when they've played, them 3 particular players, and Martinez as well, I know he's not a youngster, but when them players have played, I genuinely get excited. I think, right, Martinelli starts today. Yes, let's have a look at this guy again. Saka's playing today. Let's see what he can do against Man United, or let's see what he can do against this team. I'm sick and tired of seeing Granit Xhaka. Yes, he's played well, but he ain't good enough, and he hasn't been. And that's why when I say I'm positive, it's because I want all of these players out so we can go and win a title. Yeah, people don't like it because it don't go with the flow. So it's, oh, you're negative. No, I'm not. Sitting there hoping that Hector Bellerin and Granit Xhaka and all these other shit players are going to turn your opinions around because they're suddenly going to be great again. Nah, sorry, mate. Can't go with that. Pulisic is more productive than Pepe. Jeez, you've got, he's changed his picture again. Gia Cherabkin FC. Pulisic is all right. I can't lie. He's not a bad player, is he? He's not a bad player. And thank you for that, Dougie. Cheers, mate. How can Pepe be the biggest flop when he's got 16 goal and assists this season? Well, I don't know, mate. People seem to dig him out. I don't get it, mate. But like I said, I don't sit here going after people that don't rate him. I just rate him. It don't stop me rating him, does it? If you don't, do you know what I mean? You know, DBS Dallas don't rate him. He thinks he's a flop. It don't stop me thinking he's great. Don't stop me watching him. I could have taught you some Spanish, mate. Yeah, Spanish lessons with Sergio. Where do you live in Spain? Near Marbella, 5 minutes outside of Marbella, my friend. It's not far. And it's really fucking hot, man. Seriously, this t-shirt is literally stuck to me. Oh, dear. Let's do a few more and then I'm going to get out of here. I need to have a shower and get ready to go to this meeting. Lee, our owner, Stan and his family are worth a combined 18 billion. So why not give Arteta 200 million to spend this season? Evening to you, Anthony. I hope you're well. See, this is the thing. That's in assets, mate. Yeah, that's assets. His assets will be, or their family's assets. Forget his wife. Yeah, forget her. She's worth most of that, by the way, because she's heir to the Walmart business. Yeah, him himself as a guy is worth around 7 billion quid. Out of that 7 billion quid, I'd be shocked if nearly 90% of that or more wasn't actually tied up in investment. Yeah, in property and businesses like the LA Rams, like Arsenal Football Club, like all the other businesses he runs. You know, a billionaire doesn't necessarily have billions of pounds sat in the bank account. Yeah, and I just look at it and I think, you know, if I was the owner of Arsenal Football Club, right? This is genuine talk. If I was the owner of Arsenal Football Club, yeah, I'd be sitting there going, well, we're doing all right off the pitch. We're not doing great off the pitch, but we've made 7 cup finals in the last 10 years. That's all right, isn't it? That's all right. If you don't know anything about football and I'm the owner and I know nothing about football, 7 cup finals in 10 years is actually not bad, is it? Yeah, it's actually not too bad. But there we go. You and Goldbridge are my favourite 2 YouTubers. Thank you very much, Levi. I appreciate that. Big up, Connor. I see you, baby. I see you. It's the cup final again, Connor. Us again. What's going on, bruv? It's always Arsenal and Chelsea, isn't it? I'm glad I found this comment. It's Pepe's first season. Don't judge yet. Bruv. They're allowed to because it's not Mikel Arteta. When you judge Pepe, that's fine. When you judge a manager, that's not fine. Funny old game, isn't it? Funny old game. Let's do 5 more comments. I'll do a couple on HOTMIC as well. Evening, Dr. Viraj, and Kerry as well. Evening, darling. Where's that one gone? There it is. Thank you very much. You're absolutely right about Eddie. Bruv, do you know what? I don't dislike Eddie Nketiah. Thank you for that, for Manga. I don't dislike Eddie. I've never met him. I don't know him. Yeah, he doesn't come across as a twat or anything like that. He looks like the kind of guy that goes and knuckles down and wants to try and succeed. The fact is, we ain't got time for auditions. Yeah, and if buts and maybes, win. That's it. It's a results business. Yeah, it is a results business. And at the end of the day, if the results don't go well, he's getting sacked. Yeah, and it's down to him to pick the team to get the best results. Eddie Nketiah, as far as I'm concerned, I'm sure he's a lovely kid. I wish him all the best. It ain't at Arsenal. Yeah, Joe Willock, the more I keep watching Joe Willock, the more I think the same about him as well. Yeah, maybe give him one more season because I think he's been used a little bit out of position a lot. Eddie Nketiah has only played right wing a couple of times. He's been playing up front pretty much every game that Arteta's played in. I've just not seen anything from Eddie Nketiah to make me think you're going to be an elite striker for Arsenal Football Club. You know, he might do. Like Saka, I didn't think Saka was good enough this season to start games. He's proved me wrong. But there we go. Let's do a couple more. Pepe's only 25. Bro, by the time he's 28, he'll be slapping it, mate. Yeah, watch. One of the players of the season next season. Torreira needs to step up. Says Jaden. Can you please name 3 realistic signings we can make, says Malik. Willian. Willian. Who else is there? Nathan Aki. I think that's a realistic signing. Not that we're going to buy him. Willian, I'll take him. I think he's all right. I genuinely do. I don't know why Chelsea fans don't rate him. I think he's good. And a midfielder, Decore, maybe. Decore is a decent shout. So yeah, there's my 3. Eddie should have scored twice against Villa. He should have. We need a plan B up front. Get Giroud back. Get Giroud back. Can we please? I've just done that. Excuse me. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much. 3 more and I'm going. Gone. Gone. Let's do 3 more. I was the 100th like. Thank you very much, mate. I don't really rate Eddie. Use Gabriel when he comes back. Exactly, Gabriel. Aki to City's done. All right, Kia Jarabkin. Yeah, tone it down, son. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Couple more. All of our youngsters are bang average apart from Saka and Martinelli. Jaden says, I don't get this hype about John Stones. It's really embarrassing. Bruv, I've seen comments all over the internet in the last couple of days saying that if Mikel Arteta wants him, I'm going to back that signing. Okay, cool. That's where we're at as a football fan base. And on that bombshell, I'm going to go and have a cold shower, get ready to go to this meeting tonight. So yeah, all have a wonderful evening. I won't be back again tonight, unfortunately. Member stream will be tomorrow, 7 o'clock. But I will be back tomorrow afternoon, early afternoon, when I've had a bit of grub. And we'll have a little look forward to seeing what transfer news there is when I wake up in the morning. So all have a wonderful evening, whatever it is you're doing. Smash the likes up, subscribe down there. Description for HOTMIC, we're nearly on 900. We're about 15 away from 900 on that. And if you want to become a member and come and join in tomorrow, the link for that is down in the description as well. So all have a wonderful evening. Laters, peeps. Oh, forgot as well. I ain't done that for a while. Bluetooth, baby.